Fight like hell not to take Tylenol. Fight like hell. Don't take the acetaminone. You don't want the acetaminone in your body. All right, now let's sound this out. Let's sound this out, acetaminone. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Heather Shaw is Kidding. It's me, Heather Shaw. Happy Wednesday. How you doing? What a wild roller coaster ride of a week it's been. Huh? Jimmy Kimmel off the air. Now Jimmy Kimmel's coming back to the air. Autism. That can be cured. Just stop taking Tylenol, you pregnant bitches. The one pain reliever you can take. Stop taking it. Give natural birth. That's how you get rid of autism. Suffer, women. The only way to get rid of autism is if women suffer. I think that's what we're learning. Anyways, we'll get into all of that. I hope you're doing well. It's Wednesday when this is coming out. I'm recording on Tuesday. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen in a day? I mean, this is crazy. The news is so quick. We could all be raptured by tomorrow. We could all be gone. You'll never hear this. This doesn't play in heaven. This doesn't play in heaven, this podcast. The only podcasts in heaven are like Gary V and the Joe Rogan Experience. That's it. Let's get into the early up top things. You know, I always have to say thank you if you rate and review this pod. I got to check the reviews, and I haven't looked in a minute. I hope there's reviews over there. If you are reviewing this podcast, thank you so much. 5 letters, 1 word. That's all I need from you. What is it, guys? Say it with me. Queef. Let's confuse these people when they look at my podcast reviews. Everything just says queef. I don't understand what this podcast is about. And then there's people that are like, I'm only listening to this podcast because the review said queef, and I haven't heard any fucking queefs. All I've heard is Gypsy Rose impressions with a sprinkling of Britney Spears.
Whoa, holy shit, queef.
Anyways, join the Patreon if you love this podcast and you can't get enough. Join the Patreon. I think we're up to 85, 86 bonus episodes over there. Every single week a new episode drops. I tell you my real thoughts on things, and I tell you what's going on in my life behind the scenes. Last episode, I talked a lot about Rapture Talk. I talked a lot about Idiocracy being a reality now. Idiocracy, the movie, is here in real life. I mean, it's been here for a minute, but the minute that they announced the UFC fight on the White House lawn, I was like, oh no, it's definitely, we're halfway through Idiocracy. There's only a few more years until we start watering the plants with Gatorade. That's coming. Patreon.com/Heather Shaw Comedy. For $3 a month, you can get access to all those bonus episodes. $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever you choose, whatever you want to donate to this faggot. Upcoming shows. Let's get over to those. Early October, I am in Eugene, Oregon. Hell yeah, love Eugene. Go Ducks. Eugene, Oregon at Olson Run Comedy. I'm in Seattle, Washington for 2 nights, 4 shows, 2 nights at the Hereafter. And then I'm in Tacoma, Washington, 1 show. That's going to get sold out. Get those tickets. Tacoma Comedy Club. And then later on, I'm at the Boca Black Box in Boca Raton, Florida. Please, dear God, get tickets to that if you're around that area. I got to sell Boca Raton. It's so fucking hard to sell there. It's just a bunch of old rich boomers. I got to find the gays. I got to get the Fort Lauderdale gays out to my show. I'll get them. Tickets at HeatherShawComedy.com. I'll tell you all the cities I'm hitting up at the end of this episode, but I won't bore you with it up top. Well, Jimmy Kimmel is back. He was taken off the air for a week, and Disney was hemorrhaging money, and they said, we made a mistake. Whoopsies. Whoops. Sorry, we were trying to bend the knee to King Trump. We didn't realize that it would hurt our pockets. We didn't think you gave a shit. To be honest, I'm surprised because I don't know anybody that's watching late night. Who is watching late night television? I mean, Back in the day, Johnny Carson and David Letterman, those were the best. Conan O'Brien, those were the top three, I'd say. Top three white boys doing it in the late night game. You know, it's all white boys doing it in the late night game. But if I have to choose my favorite three white men, Johnny Carson, David Letterman, Conan O'Brien. Boom, no contest. If you like Jay Leno, you're a fucking pedophile. No, I'm kidding. You're just not as funny. Yeah, surprised that people gave a shit. I understand that people were outraged about censorship. That's where all the outrage really came from. Because it wasn't from just canceling late night. Because late night's been canceling itself for years. I don't know who's watching late night as it airs. Late night is a clip package show at this point, where Jimmy Fallon is having a Labubu karaoke sing-off challenge with Jason Bateman or some shit, where he's doing a Hot Ones challenge with Miss Piggy. You know, that's what late night is. It's for clips that you see on TikTok the next few days, on YouTube Shorts. You see it when you're taking a shit on the toilet. No one is staying up and watching late night. I mean, very few people. I know somebody's going to comment, how dare you? I make sure to stay up every night and watch Seth Meyers. I love that little soy boy faggot. Yeah, okay, good for you. I don't know who's watching late night as it airs. My guesses are people who are doing meth. They just need something to keep the noises in their head out, so they put on Kimmel. Well, they used to. People who accidentally fall asleep on the couch. You know that move. You fall asleep on the couch, 9, 10 p.m. You wake up, it's midnight. Jimmy Fallon's yapping about with Addison Rae. You go, oh my God, what am I in a fever dream? What is this? Turn it off, go to your bed. You stumble into your bed. People on late night shifts, I guess. If you're on third shift, maybe you're popping on a little late night. I mean, you have unlimited access to entertainment. I don't know why you're putting on late night. This is where, unless you're like an 80-year-old with dementia, I don't know who's watching late night. If I'm up at 11:30, midnight, bored, the last thing I'm doing is trying to go to CBS, ABC, NBC for entertainment. I'm going on my fucking phone where I have it curated to what I like. So I don't have to see Jelly Roll doing a dance-off with Jimmy Fallon in a wet t-shirt contest or whatever the fuck Fallon is doing. I can just go on TikTok and watch a compilation of backyard redneck weddings as God intended. Or I can go on YouTube and watch a long essay on, essay, sexual assault. A video essay on essay. Literally anything but late night. That would be my last entertainment option. That's like if I'm stuck in a hotel room and the only channel that works is ABC, then yeah, I guess I'll watch late night at midnight. And my phone is thrown off the roof and not in the vicinity of the room. I mean, I would rather start praying to Jesus than watch late night live. I don't know who's doing it. It's an old art form, It is the spoken word poetry of entertainment shows. I don't know. It seems like it's just a place to sell ads. It's a placeholder for ad spots, It's the same with SNL. I see SNL skits and sketches 2 days after it airs, a day. I might enjoy some of them, but certainly not staying up to watch SNL. I was in a TikTok live and we were talking about SNL. Somebody asked me about it. And I asked them, does anybody here actually watch SNL? Very few people did. Some people did. They were younger people. Because my thinking was, who is watching SNL? I'm thinking either like teenagers who are like, it's a Saturday night. They're not like partiers. They're just regular teenagers. The cool teenagers in my mind are the teenagers that aren't going out and smoking fentanyl at 18. The cool teenagers in my mind are just like, yeah, I'm bored. I'm in Wisconsin. It's a Saturday night. I'm going to watch SNL. Theater kids, love it. Theater kid teenagers, Midwestern moms. That's it. That's who I think watches SNL and gets a kick out of it. Your Midwestern mom watches SNL and goes, this is a hoot. They are a hoot. Oh my God, that Colin Jost, he is just a cutie. But I don't know who's watching SNL. A lot of the people in the live did say they were younger people, because I could tell they were like they were like, well, I'm younger. I watch SNL, because I was like, nobody young watches SNL. And some people were like, I do, but it really depends on the guest. So like, if you're a huge Ariana Grande stan and you're 19 years old, you might watch SNL live because you love Ariana Grande. But there's no loyalty to the show. It's just, this week they have Pedro Pascal, and I'm a closeted gay kid in Nebraska, and I want to gargle Pedro Pascal's balls. Let me watch SNL. I get it. I did that as a kid. Everyone I liked as a kid would never host SNL. And it's not because I'm so cool. It's just because I really liked Angelina Jolie as a teenager. I thought she was the best actress in the world. She was gorgeous. She was so cool. She'd never host SNL. So I never really got that fandom. I also liked Eminem. I don't think he's ever hosted SNL. I did like Justin Timberlake. He would host it a bunch. So I get it a little. But a lot of the times, the people I liked, it's like, oh yeah, B. Arthur, she's dead. But I'm happy that Kimmel's back, because it does come down to censorship. I'm glad that people took a stand, and I don't expect that from Disney fans. I don't expect Disney fans to have working brain cells or integrity. I didn't, because all I think about Disney people is Disney adults. They don't have integrity. They're at a child's theme park, child-free, riding a teacup that was made for a 6-year-old. They took the express lane and passed a bunch of children for which the ride was intended for, and cut them so that they could ride the teacups with their sad, overweight husband. That's what I think of Disney adults. I thought all Disney fans were like this. No, a lot of have integrity. I'm not a huge Disney person. I don't have Disney Plus. I don't have Hulu. But yeah, I am very proud of all the Disney fans who took a stand, I wasn't expecting that. There was a woman who canceled her $150,000 wedding at Disney. Not because she was embarrassed that she was going to have a wedding at Disney, once again, a theme park for children. I mean, where's the line? How come adults can go get married at Disney World, but if I want to bang my fiance at Chuck E. Cheese, people look at me weird. What the fuck's that about? It's the same concept. But she canceled her wedding. Very cool. I think the valuation of Disney's loss was reportedly $3 billion. I don't know if that's completely accurate. Obviously, it was enough for Disney to say, okay, just kidding. Just kidding. Kimmel can come back. It's set to return tonight. I'm again recording this on Tuesday, so it's set to return tonight. I don't think Kimmel's going to apologize. I really hope he doesn't. I think he'll make some funny jokes. Oh, what happened this past week? I think it'll be interesting to see if he goes hard on Trump, because Trump just announced that he found the cause for autism and the cure. God, this administration is so efficient. They found the cause and the cure so quickly. It's amazing. I can't wait to talk about that. I don't know. It'll be interesting. I don't really want to harp on what I think he's going to do, because by the time you hear this, it's old news. You'll have already seen what he's done. So, I'll just stay in the dark on that one. Now, it's interesting. He is set to return. And major station owners said they would still keep the show off the airwaves for viewers in thousands of homes. So Sinclair and Nexstar Media Group, they said they're going to continue preempting, suspending Kimmel's show in a controversy. They are going to continue not showing it. Instead, they're going to show news programming. God, that's fun. I mean, what do you want to see less of? Midnight News or Jimmy Kimmel? I don't know. So they're still standing their ground. They're saying, no, we're mad. We're mad. We're still not going to show it. So it is coming back to ABC, but some affiliates will not be showing it. I have a map here of what that looks like. It's really not that bad. It's about 39. Sinclair is going to withhold it 39 stations across 18 states and the District of Columbia. It's not that much. Really, it's two cities in California, a city in Oregon, 3 cities in Texas, 2 cities in Florida, Alabama. It's mostly East Coast, but not Northeast, Mid-East, as we'll say, like the Carolinas, Georgia, Alabama, places where they're not watching Kimmel, right? It's not that bad. It's 39 stations that aren't going to be showing it due to Sinclair. I don't know if they have a map for the other one, Nexstar, but it doesn't seem like who gives a shit? And again, who is watching Jimmy Kimmel Live? We'll see if his ratings skyrocket because people want to know what he's going to say. Maybe he should be removed every week to keep those ratings going. Not a fan of late night TV, but I am a fan of the First Amendment for free speech. Is that the First Amendment? I'm a fan of free speech. I talk about it on my Patreon. If you really want to know my real thoughts on it all, I'm not going to bore the Patreon members who listen every week to the bonus episode. I told them I wasn't going to repeat things, hopefully, on the main episode because I do have integrity. And I like to make sure that my content is always fresh. So if you want to hear more about my thoughts on the whole thing, go on over to patreon.com/HeatherShawComedy and sign up or buy an episode. I don't know. But it is good to see that money talks. It works. Boycotting works. And that's really all that these people care about at the end of the day. Nothing motivates these people to get out of bed, to make decisions more than money. You could hold up their children at gunpoint in front of them and say, I'm going to shoot. And they'd say, hey, do what you got to do. But the minute you start bleeding them dry of money, they make moves. These people are soulless. All of these corporations, all of these leaders, they're soulless and they're motivated by money. So you own the power. Just remember that. Your pocketbook owns the power. We as the consumers own the power. How quickly we forget that. Unless it's times like these where we show up and fight for Jimmy Kimmel. Can't believe that's a thing we have to do, huh? Well, Charlie Kirk had his memorial. I talked about his memorial on my Patreon episode. Not going to go too deep into my thoughts on that as well, but a fun little story that always happens at these huge Republican conservative meetups. What happened? Grindr had a huge outage. Yep, that happens. We saw it at the RNC. It happened in Arizona during Charlie Kirk's memorial service. Grindr had a massive outage once again. Reports claim that tens of thousands of people attended the memorial for the controversial podcaster, who, by the way, against trans people, against the LGBTQ community, Republicans were very quick to try to blame Kirk's killing on trans people. Because if trans people want anything, it's not equality and respect, it's murder. Those trans murderers. But there were over 168 reports of Grindr outages on Sunday evening during the memorial. That is an increase from the baseline number of 2. Usually there's about 2 reported outages. This time, during the memorial, 168, there was a huge heat map that showed a large concentration of those Grindr problems taking place in the Glendale area. And where did his memorial service take place? I'm going to let you guess. You're right. It's Glendale, Arizona. Interesting. The outages continued through Monday morning, at one point reaching over 200 reports. I love that. It's such a fun little thing. One TikToker also shared a screenshot allegedly from the Sniffies app at State Farm Stadium, where it was overrun with people. Large amount of gatherers on the Sniffies app. If you don't know, Sniffies is like Grindr. I don't know what the difference is. The name is very off-putting. I don't know what gay man said, I know. I'm going to make a hookup app and call it Sniffies. I don't know I don't think there's any kink involved, like a specific kink with this website. I think it's just another hookup app, but they just decided to go with Sniffies. That sounds like a dog meetup app. like the best dog parks in town. Check out Sniffy's. See if there's a dog park near us for the dogs. They want to get their sniff on. It's a very weird name for a gay hookup app, but this always happens, you know. The call is coming from inside your asshole. These Republican men, mostly men. I know we all saw Hunting Wives and think Republican women are really at it, but it's really men. The Republican men hate trans people. They hate what they get boners to. It really upsets them when they get a boner every time they see a trans drag queen on Drag Race. They hate gay people because, once again, they hate themselves. You know, think of something you don't like in life. How about olives? I don't like olives. I don't like pickles, not a lesbian joke. Really, I don't like pickles, the food. Do you know how often I spend my time talking about pickles and telling everybody how much I hate pickles? I spend 0% of my time. Only maybe 1%. When somebody offers me a pickle, I go, no thanks, I don't like pickles. And that's it. That's how much I talk about pickles. You'd think if you didn't really like something or it really wasn't part of your life and you didn't want it to be a part of your life, you probably wouldn't talk about it much, right? But so many Republican men are always talking about gays, trans people, gay people, trans people, gay people. Why are you talking so much about something you really don't like? When in your life do you ever do that? Outside of, I don't know, never? Maybe these Republican men are closeted and trying to run away from the fact that they are the thing they hate. Maybe you wouldn't talk about gay people so much if gay people weren't in your mind 24/7 because you want to be inside another gay person or you want another gay person inside of you. Just a coincidence? I don't know. I just don't spend my time thinking about things that I want nothing less to do with. You know, I don't go around talking about straight men. Ban the straight men. Although I'd get behind that. Ban the straight men. Straight men are gross. Straight men love is weird. Yeah, you know, I don't want to be a straight man. It's just not my thing. I don't spend a lot of time thinking about straight men. Thank God. Yeah, because I don't care. But if you cared, you'd talk about them. It's the same with reactions to a question. If you went up to a secure man and you said, "Is Brad Pitt hot?" That guy would probably give you his honest opinion because he's a secure man. You got to watch out for the men where you say, "Is Brad Pitt hot?" and they go, "Ew, no, I'm not gay. What the fuck?" Overreaction, deflection is their way of distancing themselves from the inside thoughts in their head. If you know any men in your life who act like that, who wildly overreact to a simple, is this person an attractive man? A secure man will say, yes, Brad Pitt is attractive. Because it doesn't bother him. He's not thinking about gargling his balls, licking his asshole clean. It's the furthest thing from his mind. He can safely say, yes, that man's attractive. So what? I'm not gay. But a man who is deeply trying to convince everybody that he is so straight is going to freak the fuck out because in his head he's going, yes, I love Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's so fucking hot. I would fucking suck his dick until the cum was dry. I would drain his balls. Don't let them know you would drain. Don't let anybody know you would drain Brad Pitt's balls. Don't let anybody know you would drain Brad Pitt's balls. I love to test it on the men in my life. And I can safely say all of the guy friends I have, comics especially, they're all good guys. They are not stable in life, but they are sexually secure. They don't give a shit. They'll say, yes, Brad Pitt's hot. Who fucking cares? They get up and they're a professional clown. They're very secure in their sexuality. I don't think I have any men who are friends in my life who would flip out and go, oh, ew, I'm not gay. Because I don't want to be your friend. You're a fucking faggot. I mean, I just don't want to be a weird, deflecting, closeted, I can't be around that energy. If a faggot's going to be in my life, they're going to be out and proud, bitch. I can't deal with this closeted bullshit. But try it. Try it on the men you know in your life. See how they react. My dad, here's the thing. I think my dad might be an outlier because I think he'd go, ew, no, but I don't think my dad's gay. My dad there's not a gay bone in that man's body. There's three, me and my siblings are gay. My dad's the straightest one in our family, for sure. I think he genuinely is just like, ew. Like he has that reaction where he's just like, ugh. But he's not like, ew, no, what the fuck? He's just like, ugh. Shout out to my very straight dad for having very gay kids. It's got to be a hard life for him out there in those streets. Well, Trump. Trump did a very good press conference. And we're going to uncover why he did this press. We're going to go over it. It's clear to anybody with more than 3 working brain cells why exactly President Trump came out and gave a spirited press conference on science when the man himself could not pronounce acetaminophen. Acetaminophen, the thing in Tylenol, the thing we all know about our whole lives, acetaminophen. Trump could not pronounce that word. It was the first time he saw the word, and it was very fun to watch him sound it out like Elmo up there. He couldn't have ran that script before the press conference, by the way. If you don't know what I'm talking about, he got up there to talk about how Tylenol taken during pregnancy causes autism. And then he also offered a cure we're going to go over very shortly. But that was the premise. Tylenol. Number one, Tylenol is a brand name for the drug, acetaminophen, and something else. I don't really know what else is in Tylenol, but it's not like... Tylenol is not the scientific ingredients inside of Tylenol. Tylenol is just the brand name. So already it doesn't make any sense. So he's just attacking a brand name of this medicine. But acetaminophen is in Tylenol, which is what he should have been referring to. There shouldn't have been really any mention, maybe other than saying like acetaminophen is the cause. It can be found in Tylenol, but he was really going hard on Tylenol. He couldn't pronounce acetaminophen. He got up there and he said what did he say? There's been a possible association between autism in children and the use of all right, now let's sound it out now. That's what he said. All right, let's work this out now. Acamanotonin. There's been a correlation between autism and acamanotonin. Oh, let's work. And you hear somebody on the side go, acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. He finally nailed it down. Acetaminophen. Say that. He's going hard on Tylenol. He said, don't take Tylenol. Fight like hell not to take it. As if it's fentanyl, by the way. He's talking about Tylenol as if it's fucking fentanyl. Sir, we have a giant epidemic of fentanyl overdoses in this country. And he's up there going, fight like hell not to take Tylenol. Fight like hell. Don't take the acetaminophen. You don't want the acetaminophen in your body. All right, now let's sound this out. Let's sound this out. Acetaminophen. Acetaminophen. You don't want the acetaminophen. Okay, so don't take the Tylenol, he says. Autistic people show differences. There is no, I'm just reading this article. Sorry, I'm Trump. I prepared very little. James Cusack, chief executive of Autistica, which sounds like a theme park for autistic people, but it's not. That'd be so funny if that Disney lady was like, I have canceled my wedding at Disney World. We've pulled out our $150,000 and instead we're going to get married at Autistica. It's just a giant theme park with trains and stamps and special interests and Temple Grandin. Temple Grandin's there greeting you, cow whispering her way through the park. That's a very fun. I would love to go to Autistica. Anyways, James Cusack, the chief executive of Autistica. Autistica is an autism research and campaigning charity in London. James is also autistic, so I think he knows a thing or two. He says there's no definitive evidence to suggest that paracetamol. Paracetamol. Am I saying that right? Am I Trump? Thank God I'm not the president of a fucking country. Instead, I'm just a dancing monkey clown comedian. Paracetamol use in mothers is a cause of autism. When you see any associations, they're very, very small. At the heart of this is people trying to look for simple answers to complex problems. Seems to me that autism is genetic, it seems. It seems like a gayness. I can say that. Me and my siblings are all gay. I think it's genetics. My father had no part in it. My sister is my half-sister. We have different fathers. My mom has a gay fucking uterus, okay? She's got a gay uterus. She made us all. My dad didn't have part in making all three of us gay. Okay, that's all my mom. So I think it's a bit genetic. Shout out to my mom's gay eggs. Those gegs. Another clinical teratologist said the evidence does not support a causal link between acetaminophen or vaccines and autism. Now I'm getting second. Now I'm like, am I saying acetaminophen wrong? Now I'm like really nervous because I'm making fun of Trump so much that I'm like, acetaminophen. Okay, thank God. We're good. Acetaminophen. I'm like, oh my God. I can't be making fun of Trump and also being like, Akatakatuka. Hey, don't take the Akatakatuka. All right, so it's a very laughable claim. It's also, I don't think their intention is to make women suffer for once. I think it's just happens to be what it happens to be. Tylenol is the only safe pain reliever, fever reducer women can take during pregnancy. It's very dangerous to take ibuprofen, or it's just not good for pregnancy to take ibuprofen, Advil, these things. So women are really only allowed to take Tylenol, acetaminophen, during pregnancy, and you're going to take that away from women. It's just a fun little collateral damage in what's really going on here. What is really going on here? At the heart of everything Trump does, what is it about? It's about money. Once again, buddy, these people live and die by money. That's all they see. The man-made printed up pieces of paper. That's what they decided to dedicate their entire lives to worrying about. Money. So during the announcement that Sakatacatomy causes autism, he also said, but wait, we have a cure. We have a treatment plan. I'm up here. The other funny thing he said that I loved so much was that he was like, they don't have a lot of autism in Amish communities. No autism in the Amish communities. And that I said, that's very interesting. I said, why? There's no autism. The Amish don't have autism. What's that about? Very interesting, I said, what could that be about? The Amish don't have electricity, sir. Do you think they're going to the fucking doctor and getting diagnosed for their special interest in fucking World War II? Do you think that's happening? Very interesting. The Amish, I don't know. Maybe they're onto something here. They don't have any autism in that community. They ride their little buggies. They churn their butter. Yeah, nobody over there. Crazy autism. They don't take Akatakatoni. It's just crazy. Yeah, the Amish don't have a lot. I'm sure they don't really go out and get diagnosed for things that aren't like fatal. Yeah, when an Amish person has a special interest, they're just a little quirky. They're just a little extra Amish. No one's going, do you think he has autism? No, please. The Trump administration announced a treatment for autism during the press conference. Here's where we get into why they did this, guys. During the press conference, President Donald Trump and Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy, the man who sounds like a fork stuck in a garbage disposal, that guy, the head of the Health and Human Services, great. They said that the FDA is going to approve the drug leucovorin. I don't think I'm pronouncing that right, and I really hope I'm not. I don't respect this drug. I think it's a very, it's an MLM drug, okay? Leucovorin. All right, let's look how to pronounce it so that we're doing the good investigative research, journalistic approach. I don't know what I'm saying. How do you pronounce it? Pronunciation. Oh, wow. There's here we go. Leucovorin. All right, I was right. Leucovorin. This is going to treat autism. It's a folinic acid supplement. It's a supplement. Do you know what I think of? Do you know what I see when I look at supplements? Now, I take vitamin D because I did blood work. And then a doctor said, hey, you have very low vitamin D. Take a vitamin D supplement. Please, dear God, bitch. Go out in the fucking sun once in a while, would you? You dumb vampire bitch, you vegan hoe. But most supplements, when I look at supplements, I just see very expensive pee. It's all bullshit. I don't think a lot of supplements work. I think it's very expensive urine. You're just going to put it in your body, you're going to pee it out, and you're going to get on with your day losing money. But Kennedy touted it as an exciting therapy that may benefit large numbers of children who suffer from autism. So they're pushing this leucovorin. Do you know who makes leucovorin? Who makes the leucovorin? Are they not going to say it in this article? This People fucking magazine article? I swear to fucking God, if they don't connect the dots, here we go. Some have raised issues with the potential for the supplement's recommendation to financially benefit some within the government. Here is the corruption. The medication, leucovorin, is sold by Dr. Oz's supplement company, iHerb. iHerb. The dumbest, that is an MLM. That is a multi-level marketing name if I've ever heard it. iHerb? That's something that a million fucking housewives across the Utah state lose their savings to. iHerb? Janice, you just gotta get this iHerb. It is just, every time I take it, I feel so much more fresh. I feel good. You know, I don't feel like I have 3 kids that fucking cling to me for everything because my husband does nothing all day. So I just take this iHerb. I'm telling you, it's better than Quaaludes. It's the new Quaaludes, Janice. iHerb. Dr. Oz sells this fucking supplement. And it all of a sudden, it's the cure for autism. Hey, if you take this leucovorin, what is it called? Leucovorin? What is it called? What is it fucking called? I need a goddamn fucking producer. Leucovorin. Hey, if you take this leucovorin, hey guys, it's Dr. Oz here. You know, the doctor that Oprah Winfrey propped up? Boy, she really likes propping up real hokey fucking doctors. Dr. Phil, you'd agree, right? You gotta get the snake out of the grass if you want. Yeah, okay, thanks, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil, you're so good at exploiting people, and I'm Dr. Oz. I love to give you bullshit science that's not real. Here's how you can lose 350 pounds in a week. Just drink orange juice from my company, leucovorin. I mean, my iHerb. My company is iHerb. It sounds very close to an iPhone. Dr. Oz is a fucking scam artist, grifter. I can't believe he had a TV show. Oprah Winfrey has done nothing but elevate mediocre white men who don't deserve it. Dr. Oz holds a government position as well. It's completely corrupt. Dr. Oz holds a government position overseeing the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, the things we're all going to cut. What does he have to oversee? The cutting of said services? What is he overseeing there? Does he just watch old people die? Old and poor people die? Is that his job? Throwing iHerb products at them, saying, you should have tried this, Frank. Think about that. A government health official is tied to the very supplement company that benefits from RFK and Trump's bogus cure. This is not public health. It's corruption dressed up as wellness. Jeez. I mean, I'm telling you, these Epstein files have got to be so fucking atrocious. I cannot imagine what's in them. And also, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't give a fuck. I love all people. I love my smart people. I love my dumb people. I'll let you decide which side is which. The Trump administration thinks we are all very, very dumb and gullible and ignorant. To not see through this. Okay? This is an article on People magazine about this. It is very clearly out there. I'm not on some conspiracy Reddit thread. People magazine is going, hey, just so you know, the cure for autism is just some supplement that Dr. Oz, who also holds a government position, is now shilling out. This is all just a money grab. I hope Tylenol sues the fuck out of the Trump administration. He could have got away with it by saying, it's the acetacetone. Don't take the acetaminophen. But instead he had to blast Tylenol. Because in order for this to work, this little grift, people have got to recognize Tylenol bad. Tylenol cause autism. They also don't want people with autism in this country because autistic people generally, and I'm saying generally, I'm not saying the severely autistic people. I said this online and there are a bunch of mothers going, how dare you, my kid is severely autistic and he's dumb as a doornail. I understand there's levels of autism. It's a spectrum, motherfucker. I get it. But most people that have autism that can lead independent lives, they have high IQs. I understand there's outliers. Use your fucking brain. Most people who are autistic and can lead independent lives also lead fulfilling lives, and they have high IQs. Most have high IQs. So many score in the gifted range. They do not want high IQ'd motherfuckers. They're trying to stomp this autism out. They hate autism. It's their kryptonite. People with high IQs who crave social justice, who can see through narcissism, they hate that shit. Anyways, keep taking the Tylenol. You should want your kid to be a little autistic. You know? Seriously. Okay, let's get into our ad read. It's already been 40 fucking minutes. What a hot episode, guys. What a hot fucking episode, huh? I've been yelling my face off. I hope this audio doesn't sound too bad. Lucy Brown, you know him, you love him. That's our sponsor this week. Oh yeah, baby. Lucy Brown. All you can, you better get the coffee subscription is what I was about to say. Lucy Brown has a fantastic coffee subscription. They've got a new website. It looks beautiful. It's sexy. It's sleek. It's lesbianic. It's fucking great. If you're ever in Lexington, Kentucky, head on down to Lucy Brown Coffee. They have coffee by day, cocktails by night. I miss it. It's the only thing in Lexington, Kentucky that was good. Honestly. I didn't like that place, but Lucy Brown was my safe haven. I miss it every day. I know what I'm doing every time I visit Lexington. I'm going to Lucy Brown. I'm getting some delicious coffee. I'm seeing my favorite lesbian small business owner, Sarah Brown. Lesbian. Get it right. They have a coffee subscription that I highly recommend. You hear it on every single episode. I can't get enough of it. It has never failed me. In 2 years since I've had this coffee subscription, that coffee shows up at my door the first of the month, every single goddamn month. It's consistent as hell. It is so in a time of inconsistency and instability in this country, the one thing I can count on is my fiance and Lucy Brown's coffee subscription. Okay? And might I add, I have never, in 2 years since I've had this coffee subscription, gotten the same kind of coffee, the same bag of coffee. They are constantly sending you new coffee from different and exciting roasters from all over this country. They don't repeat that shit. Not that I've seen. And it's good coffee. Every time I make coffee at home, we have our in-laws come over, my parents visit, people come over, they stay the night, I make coffee for them in the morning. They go, this coffee is so good. I said, I know. It's because it's not some bullshit Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, Pete's bullshit in the grocery store that tastes like fucking socks. Every time somebody has a cup of coffee at my house, it's just a drip coffee, just a coffee pot coffee. They go, this coffee's really good. Yeah, bitch, it's not my skills. All I had to do was grind it up and put water in the machine. It's the fucking coffee. Get this coffee subscription. It is delicious. If you love coffee, you're going to love it. If you know a coffee lover in your life, what a great gift to give them. I love it so much. Check out their new website and sign up for the coffee subscription from their website. The website is lucybrown.com. That's Lussi browncoffee.com. LUSSI browncoffee.com. All you have to do is follow the coffee subscription button on their website. I'm looking it up right now to see how easy it is, just so I can confirm, because it's been a while since I've had to sign up for it. I don't have to sign up for it now, but yeah, it's right at the top. Go to lucybrown.com, follow the coffee subscription button, get signed up today, and get coffee sent straight to your door. It is so fucking easy, and it's such a good... It's the only subscription program I have, to be honest, and I will not get rid of it. From my cold, dead hands, as Carlton Hess once said. Is that his name, the NRA guy? Am I getting a little ADD for you? Charlton Heston. I was so close. God, sometimes I wish I was smart. Also, if you use the code Heather Shaw is kidding, you're going to get 10% off your first order of your coffee subscription. I highly recommend getting this coffee subscription. Thank you, Lucy Brown, for being the best coffee shop with the best coffee subscription out there. We love you, lesbian. All right, see ya. Well. All right, some sad news here that I just stumbled upon this morning. James Van Der Beek is very sick. James Van Der Beek from Dawson's Creek. That rhymes. That's fun. Sounds like an Eminem song. James Van Der Beek from Dawson's Creek. I didn't realize how sick he was. I've not been staying up on the sick men in Hollywood. I love James Van Der Beek. He's always seemed like a really good guy. Unproblematic king. And this goes for Eric Dane as well. I don't think Eric Dane has had any problematic issues. Eric Dane has ALS, and it's progressing very rapidly. You may know Eric Dane from being the father in Euphoria, the father of Jacob Elordi's character. I don't really remember what these characters are called because Euphoria airs once every 5 years. So it's hard for me to remember other than Rue and Jules, obviously. But Eric Dane was also in Grey's Anatomy. McSteamy, I believe, was his nickname. You know Eric Dane. Once you see him, it's very depressing to see where he's at. His ALS, I believe it's ALS, right? I'm really second-guessing myself on everything because the acetaminophen has really gotten in my head where I'm like, am I saying this right? Yeah, it is ALS. It's ALS is a progressive neurodegenerative disease. It's clearly leading to muscle weakness. He's got some paralysis. It's very depressing. He's losing his speech. It's fucking sucks. It's a disgusting disease. Why can't other people have ALS instead of a good actor who's been unproblematic in his life? Has Eric Dane been problematic? Let's see. I'm not excusing his ALS, but I really did think... His controversies include a nude tape scandal. Who cares? Who gives a shit? We all take nude tapes. Whatever. And it was in 2009. That's like statute limitations on my giving a fuck. 2011 painkiller addiction. That's on him. Don't really give a shit. That's it. So he had a nude tape with his wife and another woman, and then he had a painkiller addiction. Oh no, what a monster. I'm talking problematic, like beats women, abusive, said vile things about, minorities, things like that. So Eric Dane is an angel in my eyes. If you have a painkiller addiction, you're not a bad person, obviously. And if you like to have sex and tape it, so what, bitch? That's your fucking free will. So it's really sad to see Eric Dane progressing, the disease progressing. It's sad to see the disease progress so much to the point where he's making videos for... I saw him make a video for an ALS foundation that he's a part of, and his speech is already going. That he obviously has to be propped up to sit a certain way. It just fucking sucks. It's a really bad disease. You wonder why can't evil people get this? I'm sure they do, but you know who I'm talking about. It'd be really nice to see some people with some ALS diagnosis. It just sucks. It sucks. And then James Van Der Beek. I didn't realize how sick he was. I guess I just didn't. I wasn't aware he has colorectal cancer. Which I think is a rough one to have. And he made a surprise appearance at a Dawson's Creek reunion on tape. He videotaped his message for the Dawson's Creek reunion. Now, I love James Van Der Beek. I'd never really watched Dawson's Creek. I wasn't really a teen soap opera kind of person, and Dawson's Creek and One Tree Hill, all that stuff was a little teen soap opera for me. I was watching Jackass like a real 12-year-old boy. But I really liked him in Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. He played himself. He satirized himself. He seems like a really good guy, not problematic at all. Very sweet family guy, just a good guy. It sucks to see what he looks like now with his colorectal cancer. He did make a surprise virtual appearance. He gave a message via video to the people who showed up to the Dawson's Creek reunion charity event. It didn't look good. It looked very sad. He does not look good, guys. And what a loss. This guy's young. I'm sure he's 48 years old. 48. And I think he's got like 6 kids. The guy, he loves family, clearly. He's not like Nick Cannon where he's making 14 and hopping around from vagina to vagina to do it. I mean, he has 6 kids with one woman, I believe, and he just really loves family. It just sucks. It really sucks. He says, I've been looking forward to this night for months and months, ever since my angel, Michelle Williams, said she was putting it together. I can't believe I'm not there. I can't believe I don't get to see my castmates, my beautiful cast, in person. He thanked his fans. Guys, it's just completely devastating to see what he looks like now. If you type in James Van Der Beek, Dawson's Creek reunion, you'll see a picture of him. It fucking sucks. He's so gaunt. It's just crazy how cancer just sucks the identity out of you. If you were to ask me who that was in that picture, I don't think I could tell you that was James Van Der Beek. Obviously he's still got the James eyes, but he's just so gaunt. He probably weighs less than me. He continued, and I just want to stand on that stage and thank every single person in the theater for being here tonight, from the cast to the crew to everybody who's doing anything and has been so generous, and especially every single last one of you. You are the best fans in the world. Thank you for coming. I'm just worried. I'm worried about James Van Der Beek. I don't know anything about colorectal cancer. He doesn't look great. Some people were commenting online, which you got to take with a grain of salt. After the video, they were commenting, some people are saying some really dark shit. He won't make it through the year. I don't know what the outcome is with colorectal cancer. It's a type of cancer that affects the large intestine, colon, and rectum. It's one of the most common types of cancer. The exact causes are unknown. They say all the common things, but it's like, age, obesity, smoking, drinking, physical inactivity, they just throw anything at the wall to say this because this is what could cause it. But I'm wondering, what is the life expectancy of a person with colon cancer? For localized early stage cancers, the 5-year survival rate is around 90 to 91%. That's great. While for distant metastatic cancers, it can be as low as 13 to 14. So I don't know what stage he has. So stage 1, 90% survival rate. Stage 2 and 3, 73 to 74%. Stage 4, 13 to 16. So let's see if there is what stage cancer does James Van Der Beek have? He has stage 3. Okay. He received the diagnosis in late 2024. Okay. Noticed, let's see, his symptoms. Maybe this will help anybody. His symptoms, he noticed subtle changes in bowel movements, which prompted him to get a colonoscopy. You got to get colonoscopies, especially if you're 48. Get colonoscopies. I got to start getting colonoscopies. I think that they should be doing colonoscopies earlier, I believe. If you're, I don't know the correct age. Look it up. Get colonoscopies if you are in that age, obviously. But so stage 3, going back, that could be promising. It could be promising. Stage 2 and 3, survival rates are around 73 to 74 for regional disease, which includes spread to nearby lymph nodes. That is promising. Maybe he'll recover. I hope he does. I love James Van Der Beek. Obviously, I hope he does. It's so fucking sad, and he's still on the journey. Maybe he's maybe he's just in the process of the treatment, and that sucks. And he doesn't look great, but that's okay. He can bounce back from that. Other people have, and he's amazing. Adult film star Lena Bina's cause of death at 24 revealed. What? I never heard of this lady because I don't watch porn, but I'm not better than you. It's banned in Kentucky. Hold on now. Lena Bina, adult film star, has been revealed. The cause of death is revealed. What is it? The adult film star died due to a pulmonary embolism. She had been experiencing diminished mobility from a recent motor vehicle crash. Oh, that sucks. Well, I did not know Lena Bina, but if you knew Lena Bina, maybe come a little harder today to her. Okay. The last thing I want to talk about is Ryan Reynolds being a fucking dick. Dude, there's a video of Ryan Reynolds being a dick to Eugene Levy, of all people. They're at the Toronto International Film Festival. They're on the fucking carpet doing interviews. And Ryan Reynolds is being a fucking dick, dismissing Eugene Levy. Eugene Levy! You want to talk about unproblematic men. They had a tense moment. There was a lip reader online who kind of, I love lip readers. You can tell they're accurate because you're like, oh yeah, that does line up. But basically what happened was they looked a little tense. Levy says to, Ryan Reynolds says to Levy, hey, bullshit, man. Don't know what he said before that to prompt that response from Ryan Reynolds. Don't know what Eugene said. But then Eugene Levy said, language, you don't need to speak so harsh. And then Ryan said, please don't ever tell me how I can talk to people. And then Levy looked uneasy as Reynolds said something to a woman and said, I'm done here. We're done here. And then he went into being a super nice guy for an interview. He's a fucking freak. Ryan Reynolds is a fucking freak. He's a Canadian fucking freak. He doesn't know who he is. He's the Drake of acting. Drake is the Drake of acting as well, but Ryan Reynolds is a fucking poser, loser, married to Blake Lively, these fucking cringeaholics. I mean, Jesus Christ, they are such dorks. Do you know how funny Ryan Reynolds thinks he is? Ryan Reynolds' favorite actor is Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds' favorite comedian is Ryan Reynolds. He thinks he is God's gift to this earth. He's a fucking dork. He's a dork. Dude, if I was stuck in an elevator with Ryan Reynolds and Drake, I would say, this is the cornballs of the century. These are the corniest motherfuckers. The same people, different fonts kind of thing. I don't think Ryan Reynolds has any weird accusations about texting teenagers, so he's got a little edge on Drake there. But Jesus Christ, Drake has the fake abs. Ryan Reynolds has a fake personality. I hope that he's divorcing Blake Lively. I really hope they're going through a divorce right now, and that explains why he's such a piece of shit. To somebody like Eugene Levy, fuck out of here. There have been rumors of Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively going through a divorce, and I hope that happens. And I hope Blake Lively goes to fucking goes in the arms of that Justin Baldoni, even though he probably wants nothing from her. Let's see what they're saying. Here's what they're saying on the internet about the divorce. Nothing official. Obviously, it's not going to be in People magazine. They're too busy talking about Dr. Oz's company. Ryan Reynolds is filing to dismiss Justin Baldoni's defamation lawsuit against him. His argument is First Amendment protection. That's fun. We all like it. Basically, though, he's trying to separate himself from Blake Lively's legal mess. If Blake loses the lawsuit, she could owe millions, and their joint assets could be at risk. What's the best way to protect Ryan's money? A quick divorce. Can they divorce fast enough? In New York, where they live, there's no waiting period, 3 to 6 months minimum. In California, it's a mandatory 6-month wait, no matter what. If Ryan can get dismissed from the lawsuit, he might not need a divorce, but if he stays in it, split could be the best way to keep his money safe. If we start hearing about separate accounts, amicable separation statements, or sneaky real estate moves, we'll know exactly what's happening. This would explain why he's being a tense douchebag to somebody like Eugene Levy. It's also just like, we can see you. Like, if you look at the video of him and Eugene Levy interacting, Eugene's very like, whoa, okay, geez, oh my gosh, trying to diffuse the situation. And then Ryan Reynolds is going to be a dick and then just turn to a reporter and be like, hey, how you doing?
I'm Deadpool. I'm so funny.
Oh, God, I hate Ryan Reynolds. I really don't like Ryan Reynolds. He's getting up there for me in insufferable people. He's what I imagine most actors are, and I hate that. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe the cringe will stay together. You know, two cringe people, they get together. That makes sense. I understand why they're together. Apparently Taylor Swift is going to testify in this fucking case. I can't believe this thing is still going on. I can't believe no settlements have happened or anything. This is just a rumor, though. There is no divorce from any official statement. There's nothing. Ryan Reynolds shares pic with wife Blake Lively, so they're putting out pictures together. That's lovely. Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively hit rough patch amidst. You know what? I just realized I don't really care. I don't give a fuck about these two fucking pieces of potato. These two French fries. These two fucking unseasoned, uncooked fucking French fries. This jar of coleslaw. I don't give a fuck. I hope they figure it out. I really don't care. If I never hear anything about Ryan Reynolds again and Blake Lively, I will be a happy motherfucker. You know. Hope that James Van Der Beek gets better. Feel so bad about Eric Dane. Disease like that sucks. Obviously. Fuck cancer, fuck ALS, fuck Ryan Reynolds. I hope you enjoyed listening to this episode. I had a lot of fun making this one. It was a wild one from top to bottom. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I really appreciate it. If you don't comment, comment. It helps me know who's listening. I really don't know. I tend to just keep going no matter what. So it feels good when people join the Patreon. I love the support I get from you guys there. If you are hard up for episodes and you've listened to everything so far, join the Patreon. Patreon.com/HeatherShawComedy. You can support me by leaving a review of this podcast. Queef! And you can support me by coming to a live show. It's a very fun show. We hit on popular. Goddamn, I can't talk. Ryan Reynolds' brain. We hit on current topics, pop culture, politics, unhinged, fun jokes, all material. I don't sit there and do an hour of crowd work. I promise I'm not Matt Rife. No crowd work for me. Very light crowd work. If I have crowd work, it's questions about the city I'm in. Like, why am I here? Why am I here, Des Moines? Tell me. But it's an hour of full material. Where else can you get that? Let me tell you where I'm going to be. Get tickets at Heather Shaw Comedy. Come out, have a good time. Bring your boyfriend. They always love me. They think I'm going to suck because I'm a woman. That's just their misogyny talking. I'm in Eugene, Oregon, October 2nd. October 3rd and 4th, I'm in Seattle, Washington. October 5th, I'm in Tacoma, Washington. October 11th, I'm in Boca Raton, Florida. I say it like that because I've been watching Real Housewives of Miami. October 16th, I'm in Des Moines, Iowa. October 21st, Oklahoma City. October 22nd, Tulsa. October 23rd, Kansas City. October 24th and 25th, Springfield, Missouri. And then later on in the year, I'm in Cleveland, Columbus, Massillon, Ohio, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Chicago, Dallas, Omaha, Richmond, Virginia, Mahomet, Illinois, Portland, Maine, Providence, Rhode Island. We just added those shows. That show. San Francisco, California. Just added that show. Detroit, Michigan, Appleton, Wisconsin, and Atlanta, Georgia, with more shows to be added at all times. Get tickets at HeatherShawComedy.com. Thank you so much for listening. I love you. Stay gay. All right. See ya.